Now, I've said this before, but it bears repeating. Seasons change, stories end, mountains crumble into the sea. And while it may be hard, so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, it's a truth that we all live with, a truth that we're sadly faced with once again. So let's raise up our glasses and pour a little out for the iPod. That's right, it was in October of 2001 that Steve Jobs and the Apple gang introduced the world to the iPod, calling it a breakthrough MP3 music player that packs up to 1,000 CD quality songs into an ultra portable 6.5-ounce design that fits in your pocket. They called it a breakthrough. You know what? I'm gonna call it a game changer, because that's exactly what it was for a world that up to that point had been living on Walkmans and non-skip portable disc players, which for the record was a lie. That was a lie. I can't be the only one who tried to run with a sport Discman. You remember that yellow John? And had to choose between exercise and entertainment because you ain't doing both. Trust me, once you got your first one, there was no going back. And now, after 20 years and over 24 models, Apple is shutting the music studio down and they're turning out the lights with the iPod Touch. That's what they're going out on? So if you want to get one, I suggest you go get it before they become a collector's item. Although, if we're being honest, why would you want one? You already have a phone, so what exactly would be the point? As a matter of fact, if you were doing a top 5 ranking of the different iPhones like I'm about to do right now, the Touch should be right down at the bottom of your list. Why exactly did Apple make a phone that didn't operate as a phone? How, Sway? How? But Reese, you can FaceTime on it. Oh yeah? You know what else I can FaceTime on? My phone. I can also call people with it who don't like to FaceTime. You know who those people are. Coming in at worse than everything else except the Touch, the Shuffle. Y'all remember the Shuffle, that little thin white joint that had the USB plug on the bottom, 5 buttons and screen. Simplicity is a virtue, but you go too fast, you go too far towards simplicity, and trash. You bump right into a dumpster. You didn't know what was coming or going on it. You made me memorize the whole playlist, and then they tried to improve it by making it smaller and easier to lose. Oh yeah, they added color, but that didn't help when you lost it in your gym bag or up under your bed or the seat of your car. And still, it was a shuffle. Here's a memory from our producer, Adam. Quote, at one point, I had like 30 songs, but only 2 songs that I actually liked. So I just kept hitting next song until I got those 2 songs to be consecutive. Then when the second one would end, I would hit back twice to listen to both again. Yeah, technology. Those are 8-track strategies, by the way. Now we're getting into the classic, legitimately good and memorable to never be forgotten portion of the list. Number 2, the 4th generation Nano. Now I know this seems very specific, but just look at it, man. That bad boy was sharp. It came in different colors. It was thin, but it wasn't losable. It had a screen to play videos, and best of all, it had a good price. It would be number 1 on the list if not for the OG itself. The original iPod. Call me Mr. Nostalgia if you want, but the first is still the best. See, we're spoiled now with all the technology we have, but holding that classic iPod as a kid was like holding something from the future. That little wheel, you just knew it was cutting edge, which, by the way, I heard for the first time on a classic iPod. There's a lesson there. The iPod was revolutionary, and sometimes when you break that kind of ground, you just have to leave well enough alone. And I'm sorry to see the iPod go, but I guess it had to happen. So I'm still singing. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.